everybody. The high holidays are over. The high holidays are referred to in our tradition as the Yamim Noraim, the days of awe, days on which we are judged by God, who shall live and who shall die. And now comes Sukkot, referred to as Zaman Simchasenu, the season of our joy. One of the reasons we're told why Sukkot takes place at this time of the year, when in fact it could have been any time. Pesach had to be the day on which the Jews left Egypt. Shavuos had to be on the day we received the Torah at Sinai. But Sukkot commemorates our wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. It could have been done at any time. Why now? Lots of reasons. If we did it during the summertime, it would look as if we're just going into our summer homes and not really celebrating Sukkot. Our granaries were filled at this time in ancient times, so Sukkot is a Thanksgiving festival. And also, after days of awe, it's nice to be able to rejoice. And that's what we're commanded to do on Sukkot. Nowhere in the Torah does it say we should rejoice on Pesach. One place in the Torah, it says we should be happy on Shavuos. 3 places in the Torah, it says regarding Sukkot, V'samachta b'chagecha, you shall rejoice and be happy in your festival. And in fact, that is the name given to Sukkot, Zaman Simchasenu, the season of our joy, the season of our happiness. However, happiness under any circumstance is not an easy thing. Dennis Prager has a book. I think its title is Happiness is Not an Easy Thing. But if it's not an easy thing at any time, particularly this year now, it's very hard for us as Jews to be happy. There's so much pain. There's so much disruption caused by the coronavirus. There are questions in communities whether we can eat in the sukkah, whether we can daven in the synagogue. In Israel, there's almost a total lockdown. Family is not necessarily going to be able to come for the holidays, especially if they're out-of-town guests coming from hot spots. So how are we going to be happy? Well, it might be asking too much of us to be happy, so I'm going to set the bar very low. If we can't absolutely be happy, maybe we can at least aim to not be miserable. Some of us love being miserable. My mother used to refer to them as being miserable chalerias. And some of us love to complain. But it's not just some of us. I read a statistic, 30 to 40% of our conversations have a complaint in them. On average, each of us, without even realizing it, complains 15 to 30 times a day. And I've heard complaints ranging everything from the cost of toilet paper to the long line we have to have at the bank drive-in. This is also worthy of complaint. So, here's your rabbi's challenge. The next 8 days, Zaman Simchasenu, the season of our joy, the season of our happiness, we're not going to complain. I got this idea, interestingly enough, Rabbi Mark Kunis pointed it out to me from a book by a Reverend Will Bowen, who wrote a book, A Complaint-Free World. How to Stop Complaining and Start Enjoying the Life You Always Wanted. Bowen writes, complaining is an epidemic that is destroying our happiness, relationships, health, and success. The problem is that most people aren't even aware when they complain. Complaining is like bad breath. You notice it when it comes out of someone else's mouth, but not when it's out of your own. So you know what Bowen did? He made a test for his congregation to go 21 days without a complaint. Expecting Jews not to complain for 21 days is asking too much. After all, we are famous for birching and krächzing and kvetching. So let's just try for 8. The Zaman Simchasenu. Let's bring happiness to the world. Let's stop complaining. And if you do, I can't guarantee it will make you happier. But if you stop complaining, it will make everyone whose lives you touch much happier. Chag Sameach, a joyous and happy Sukkot, Zaman Simchasenu, the season of our joy and happiness.